Welcome everyone, this is our Wednesday Wisdom where we go over tips, tricks, and information on band instrument repair. Today we're going to give you a preview of our Napbirt booth, and Ryan's going to tell us a little bit about what we have coming up this weekend. Make sure that you take the hashtag, that's going to be, sorry about that.
Right in the face.
Napbirt 2023, put that in the comments below. That's going to give you a chance to win a bunch of different stuff.
You can win things.
Yeah, you're going to be able to get a discount off any of the courses that we have coming up in 2023, and that is, let's see, do we have that?
We have it.
Do we have it?
There it is.
All right, very good. So we have one coming up in June for saxophone basics. We also have one coming up in July for the basics of clarinet. So a lot of the tools that we use in these in-person courses that are coming up. We also have a padding course in May with Ryan. That's going to be virtual. But for the in-person courses, a lot of the tools that we use in these courses, you can actually come and get your hands on at the National Napbirt Conference in Normal, Illinois this weekend. So let me go back to our front screen here, and let's just do the winner. So the person who put the hashtag in last week and who wins the discount is Heather Rathbun. Heather Rathbun, send me an email to richrch@MusicMedic.com, and I will get you your discount code. Congratulations. So, Ryan, we're headed to Normal, Illinois. It's a little town, and they have a conference there of the National Association of Professional Band Instrument Repair Technicians, and they come from a lot of the Midwestern areas, but also the East and West Coast. It's going to be the premier technicians, the most highly skilled people in the industry are going to be there all weekend. They're going to be giving clinics, they're going to be giving classes, and there's some chances to socialize and network there. So if you are a younger repair person and you want to get out into the industry, this is a good place to network and introduce yourself. And it's also a place to take a class. And taking a class at this conference, that's right. Taking a class at this conference could give you a skill that changes the way that your entire business works. So, Ryan, why don't you tell us a little bit about what you're going to be doing there, and if you have any background from your experience at the conference that you'd like to share.
Yes. Yeah, it's a fun time. NAPBIrt, National Association for Professional Band Instrument Repair Technicians, which is, you can see a mouthful, which is why we've shortened it to NAPBIrt.
That's right.
Hashtag NAPBIrt 2023. Like, share, and subscribe. Click the bell. So yeah, that's my catchphrase there. But no, it's going to be a good time. Both Kurt and I are going to be doing a clinic together about Neopad.
Oh, very good.
So we're going to be doing 2 clinics. The whole conference is 3 days: Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Kurt and I are doing our clinics on the first day, Friday. Okay. We're doing it at 1 o'clock and then 3 o'clock. So 1 o'clock first and then 3 o'clock second. And it's going to be a Neopad clinic. So we're going to be talking about Neopads, the pros, and, well, there aren't any cons. So we're just going to be talking about the pros of Neopads.
Cool.
We're going to be, it's fairly ambitious. We're going to, hopefully with the help of the audience, repad an entire horn within the space of an hour and a half. Actually, maybe a little less, depending on how quickly everybody works.
Wait, Ryan.
So everybody's going to get a key.
I gotta back it up here.
Yeah, we didn't talk about this. This wasn't in rehearsal.
Normally, it takes like 6 hours to 6 weeks to overhaul a saxophone. You're going to do it in an hour and a half.
Hour and a half, yep. We're going to hand keys out to everybody in the audience. We're going to show them. I'm going to do a quick demo on how to install a Neopad. Everybody's going to get to install a Neopad. We're going to collect those keys. We have our lovely assistant that's going to be off to the side. They're going to be assembling the instrument, and as Kurt and I talk about whatever, this, that, and the other, and the features of Neopads and how we came up to develop them. But it's going to be a good time. So we're going to do that again Friday at 1 o'clock.
Yes.
Friday at 3 o'clock. Come to the clinic, either one.
So now,
or both.
So let me just. So your clinic's at 1 o'clock. I may ask you that again.
Sure.
What if they miss the clinic?
Well, the clinic's at 1 o'clock. If you miss the clinic, well, shame on you.
Yes.
But come to the booth.
Okay.
I'll be at the booth. In fact, I'll be sitting right here. Okay. It'll look exactly like this. And you can come and install. I'll be doing live demos of Neopads. Not only that, but you'll be installing some Neopads. Not only that, but you'll get to see the world's largest Neopad. Look at this thing. It's a fully functioning Neopad. 300-to-1 scale. This is a 300 millimeter Neopad. So you guys get to see the world's largest Neopad, probably the world's largest pad.
Wow. 10-to-1 scale.
So, 10-to-1 scale. So you'll be doing that. It'll be a good old time. I'll show you how to install some Neopads. I have some Neopad swag to give away. I know that you probably can't notice, but this little button right here, okay,
Really?
it's a Neopad. We'll be making Neopad buttons. So come see Neopads.
So there'll be Neopad swag. There'll be Neopads to try. Can they get a discount if they try Neopads, if they want to buy some Neopads on the website later?
Yes, you come visit us at the booth, you get a discount. You install a Neopad with me, hang out for a little bit, you get another level discount. Okay? So it would behoove you
Yes.
to come hang out with me, talk to me. Okay, I get lonely. Right? Talk to me.
We are going to have Ryan chained to
Yes,
this
there's
table
going
right
to be
here.
a shackle right here. Yeah, it's going to be a fun weekend. Help!
So while Ryan's at the booth, while Ryan's at his clinic on Friday, Leroy and I are going to be at the booth and want to give you a little preview of some of the products that we have. So we're going to go over to the other side of the room here.
There we are, walking slow.
So very quickly, what Ryan is standing in front of, he's got a couple of redesigned leak testers. Those are going to be for sale and available to see. They have a better feature where they have the plugs. The old design had a caddy that you could screw onto the top of the case, but we actually took the caddy and incorporated it into the top so that you can store your plugs and your various leak testing devices and accessories on the case itself. We also have a redesigned air torch. It blows about 20 degrees hotter, a more intense flame, so that's going to be very good for you to try. Maybe melt some shellac with it. A couple of larger leak testers there. Those are the full size. Those are going to be available for sale. Along with, in front of those is a bunch of samples of lubricants. So if you want to try some lubricants, we are at a convention center. So you can get one of those and go to town later. Some larger quantities of lubricants, as well as a bore oil, Uncle Leroy's famous bore oil, all natural bore oil for wooden instruments, along with some redesigned, what do they call those? Plier blocks. Plier blocks. Thank you very much. Plier blocks are going to be there so you can get your hands on them, see what they look like, how much space they take up on the bench, as well as some screw blocks. Those are also redesigned. We have a couple of bargain basement things, a couple of discontinued products we're going to have for a couple of bucks. And then behind Ryan are more of our catalog. We've got buffing supplies, different materials, tone hole leveling tools, pad slicks, abrasives, leak lights, different felt assortments, so you can see the different types of felts that we offer in our catalog. If you are a professional technician, you need a little bit of everything. We have some of our original design pliers, which include swedging, spring removing, post bending, along with some parallel duckbill pliers, and some pad samples. So that's going to be one half of the booth. And of course, Ryan's going to be here in the center of the booth, and we're going to be doing our Neopad stuff. And then on the other side, let's just kind of go over to the other side. We are going to have a bunch of other tools that you're going to be able to get your hands on. So there's a lot of stuff here. Ryan has got his hands on our world famous ultimate work fixture, which we debuted last year at the National Napbirt Conference. That's going to be there for you to play around with. We also have our full line of parallel swedging pliers. Sorry about that, Ryan. Go over to the back wall there.
Oh, there they are. Sorry.
Over your right shoulder.
I'll learn it eventually.
So there's our Knipex duckbill pliers, but we call them MusicMedic parallel duckbill pliers. But those are some of the most famous and popular pliers in the band repair industry, as well as the parallel swedging pliers, and then some original Knipex products down below, as well as some other original products that you can't quite see, but they're there. Above that are our woodwind screwdrivers, economy at this point, and some amazing flute pad slicks, along with some technician-friendly Ultimax lubricants and delivery systems. We also have some post pliers, some post swedging pliers, different pad samples, mallets, a couple different sizes of springs for you to see, along with some key working tools. Now, down in the front of your screen, we have our key working tools. These are our new pivot reamers. That looks very sexy, Ryan, what you're doing right there. So these are our new pivot reamers, and these just came out a couple of months ago, but we added Selmer saxophone, and now we have buffet clarinet in 3 different vintages of pivot screws types, so you'll be able to get your hands on those. Those are only $45 a piece. They are a steal.
Really?
The other thing that Ryan has his hands on, that is our post counterbore set. If you're going to do any sort of high-end key work and any sort of proper fitting of keys, that tool set is essential. And then a couple of the big triangles that are right there, those are our brand new woodwind screwdrivers. Now, Kraus had a screwdriver that was very popular back in the day, and it's been discontinued. One of the features of his screwdriver was the tip itself, and he had a magic formula that only he knew, and I think it's going to die with him. However, we figured out the magic of tempering to get the steel of that shaft to be extremely hard, yet a little bit flexible. The perfect recipe, I would say.
Concoction.
So, perfect concoction of what you need as a woodwind technician to have a lifetime quality screwdriver. So those screwdrivers are aircraft grade aluminum along with a steel swivel. They also have a feature which allows them to not swivel, and we're going to do some other Wednesday wisdoms on these, but these are going to be for Napbirt members only.
Ha Good thing I'm a member.
The Napbirt, these are a brand new tool, and they're about $100 a piece. The blades are about $35 a piece, so this is kind of the professional line, professional grade of screwdrivers for professional technicians, and these our Napbirt members are going to get to try them first. In front of those, we have our, what is that? That is the
hinge tube cutter set.
Hinge tube cutter set. That's redesigned hinge tube cutter set. That's also going to be available for sale at the show. We've got a couple of those, and then we're going to have those in stock for the wider audience later on in the month of May and June. We also have our tenon sizing tools. You can't quite see them, but if Ryan holds them up, that's going to be our redesigned economy tenon sizing tool. This is another professional quality tool, lifetime tool that you would get for your shop, as well as a full collet set, and then the professional version of with the what is it, a 1/2,000th every time you click that?
Something like
wheel?
that, yeah. It's incremental adjustment. Very
and
nice.
then there's some teardrop dent balls, as well as some bell rim mandrels, and you've seen those. You've seen Ryan use those extensively. Some of you who took the online
Dent course, yeah. I use these quite a bit.
Ryan used those quite a bit, and I think there's other stuff. There's going to be some other things, some prizes and goodies.
Other things.
Well, why don't you come back over here, Ryan, and I will switch our camera. I just wanted to see. Thank you so much for that demonstration.
Yes, you're welcome. Yeah, channeling my inner Price is Right.
Let's see. And Ryan, just a couple questions for you before we go.
Sure.
Do you need to be a member of Napbirt to attend this conference?
You don't, but you do have to pay the registration fee to get in. You don't have to be a Napbirt member. I do suggest being a Napbirt member. They send out, technicoms and a lot of information. It's all about sharing information and getting better at what you do.
Yes. And if you want to just sign up for one clinic, you can sign up for one clinic. You can sign up for a day or the whole weekend.
The whole shebang.
If you're around. If you're in the Normal, Illinois area.
That's right.
This weekend. All right. And
The land of Lincoln. Right? It's Illinois? Okay,
I think
good.
it is. Just let me see if there's any other questions.
Did we talk about Neopads?
We did.
I don't know if we've mentioned this guy right here, which is the world's largest Neopad. I'm super excited about this. This is a special project Rick and I worked on, the 10:1 scale. This is a 300 millimeter Neopad, fully functioning.
That's amazing.
That, yeah, if you
Very
guys
cool.
want to come by the booth, I'll let you touch the Neopad.
So, Ryan, what time is your clinic again on Friday?
Friday at 1 o'clock
1 o'clock?
and 3 o'clock.
Okay,
And
very
Kurt's
good.
going to be there as well. It's not just mine.
Now, the only other thing I wanted to ask is, for all of the stuff that we showed, can they get a discount?
Yes, you guys can get a discount on Neopads just for coming up and visiting us.
That's right. You can get a discount on Neopads or on any of the tools and supplies that we showed you. So if you are in the Normal, Illinois area, come out, have a drink with us. Not at the booth, but after.
You got me excited there for a second, Rich. You got me. I'm getting thirsty.
Make sure that you take Napbirt 2023. Put that in the comments below. That's going to give you a chance to win a discount on any of the courses that we have coming up for the remainder of the year. If you have any other questions, feel free to put them in the comments below. I think that's going to do it for now. Let me check. Yeah, that's going to be good. So until next time.